Hey guys, how are you today? Today we're going to be talking about interviews and the questions that might come up in the interviews. Did you know that only 2% of people who put in an application get an interview? That's from Glassdoor.com. And how many of you have had an interview? Me too. I have had some good ones and some bad ones. And did you know that there are several types of interviews? The first one we're going to talk about is counseling. It's to help somebody uncover or figure out a problem and then solve that problem. The next one is an employment interview, which most of us have had. That's typically you sit in an office and you sit across from somebody and they ask you questions. The next one is an exit interview, which if you're leaving a company, they usually ask you to sit and talk about why you're leaving, how you felt while you were at the company. The next is a group interview. I've had one of these in my lifetime. I sat in a room, it was me, 4 or 5 other people, and one person interviewing us. It was a little weird because they want you to do some team building stuff with people you've never met. But the next is informational, which is kind of typical. I mean, it's to gain or to give information. The next is performance, which we have all had to go through a performance interview. How you're doing, what you can improve on. The next, so what is the one thing that you do most in interviews? Ask questions. The types of questions that we're going to go over today are open-ended, which is broad, which gives the person answering the questions freedom to say as much about the subject or as little as they want. The next is direct or specific. It's kind of limited responses, yes, no, I don't know. Next is closed, which the answer's in the question. Do you like working with Karen, Janet, or Bob? The next really isn't a question, but it's the verbal and nonverbal cues that you'll get. People, the way they look at you, saying, oh, that's interesting, can you tell me more? So finally today, I hope you guys got some good tips from me on interviews, what questions might come up. And my last statistic is from twinemployment.com, which is 33% of interviewers said they knew they would hire somebody within 90 seconds of talking to them. So good luck guys and have a good day.